Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Boom Bar. My name is Shola Roger.
And my name is Ola Dulpo.
Together,
Yes,
we
sir.
will be
Yes,
taking
ma'am.
you on a ride. Good morning, good
through
afternoon,
the
good
drinks.
evening, and welcome
Sorry.
to the Boom Bar. My
Through
name
the
is Shola
bar.
Roger.
And my name is Ola
Basically,
Dulpo.
shall we? We're just going to be
Together,
we will be taking you
gisting and
on talking and
through
analyzing
the-
stuff
sorry.
that's going on in and around
Through
our
the bar.
world, especially as it
basically,
concerns
shall we? We're just
Nigeria,
gonna be
gisting and talking and analyzing
which one is the
stuff
right
that's
one.
going on in and around our world.
But whatever it is,
especially as
we
it
are
concerns
here
Nigeria.
a whole lot of
uh,
stuff. I know that
motherland
there's a lot
or
of
fatherland.
I don't know which one is the
Go
right
in
one.
the news. A
Interesting.
little bit of
but whatever it is,
and
we
lot
are here talking
of meat
a whole lot of
flying
stuff.
around.
I know that there's a lot of
like I say,
water
water
over
over
land,
land,
water
water
bit
on the
of,
ground,
water
water in the air, but none to drink.
Meat is lying around, but you
Flying
people know
around.
what you did, though. But
Like I say, water over land,
my God,
water
we judge.
on the ground, water in the air, but none to drink. Meat is lying around, but you people know what you did, though.
And just keep quiet.
Yes,
and
you
my
should,
God will judge.
'cause that was
Anyway, good morning, good
Yeah,
afternoon.
that's not a nice sound
good
for
evening.
radio.
Warm welcome to
Yes, you
the
should,
radio entry
'cause
to
that
the
was
studio. This wonderful anyway. Afternoon in the good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Warm welcome and to the radio entry. Today's very interesting. This wonderful
because I think
afternoon in the city of Lagos State.
a lot of
Analyzing and maybe not. Today's very interesting. Taking so many stories,
I
but
think
maybe
that we're
analyzing
going
a
to
few.
be
And
lot of,
it's very interesting.
analyzing
a few things the past few
maybe
days,
not
like
past few
taking
weeks,
so many stories,
if
but maybe
go back to the
analyzing a few.
statement of
And it's very interesting
President
how a
Buhari,
few things the
where he
past few
said
days, or past few weeks,
he would
if I should go back to the statement
teach them in,
of,
or he would show them the language they understand.
President
Speak
Buhari,
to them.
speak to
Where
them
he
in the
said-
language they understand.
he would
A part
teach
of
them
reasons
in, or he
to
would
be
show
like
them the language they understand.
it's
also.
looking
Speak to
like
them.
the language
in the
is being
language they
understood
understand.
little by little. But before we get to all
a part
that,
of
reasons to be like there's
it's
something
looking
very
like
interesting
the
that
language
language
is
is
being
being
understood
understood little by little. But before we get to all that,
And,
yeah.
it was a video.
There's
I thought,
something
well,
very interesting that
and
happened.
in fact,
For me,
yesterday,
my exact words were
and,
there was no news on it about it.
It was a video.
It
I
just
thought,
didn't
well,
like add up. It didn't
and in
make any
fact,
sense
for me,
as
I
then my
well,
words,
looks
my
like it
exact
keeps
words were
coming back, and
there
it
was
looks
no
like
news
it's a
on
developing
about it.
story.
Like the
Because
story
it
just would
didn't,
not
like,
leave
add up. It didn't make any
the
sense to me.
as then. But it looks like it keeps coming
And-
back, and it looks like it's a developing story. Like the story just would not. The first things first. Okay, for people that do not know what I'm talking about. So
And-
yesterday morning, a particular person that I'd never seen before. I know that it's
First
first
things
things
first.
first. Okay, for people that don't know what I'm talking about. So yesterday morning,
this person is
a particular person that I'd
of the
never
criminal.
seen before.
Something.
I know that they say you should not profile people, but a part of it
And
just
it
looks
looks
like
to
this
us
person is a little bit of a criminal,
of
being a
something
criminal.
And
And
it looks to us like
what we saw was
being a
him
criminal.
posting videos. Actually, I was gonna say video,
And-
but videos of him how
Apparently
what we
there was a
saw
6-month
was
marriage
him posting
has-
videos. Actually, I was gonna say video,
That-
but
that's
videos.
official.
I'm not
Of
not
him
officially
how
because they're
apparently
not
there was a
here, but
6-month
looks
marriage
like it has hit the rocks.
that has been.
And how this
That's
story
official.
came out because
I'm
not
first thing,
officially
anybody
because
listen
they're
to
not
me
because
like,
they're
okay,
gone.
this
Looks
thing
like it has
happens
hit
every
the
day. Why
rocks.
is this an issue?
It's
because
and how
this
this
particular
story came out
person,
because
the
first
lady
thing, anybody
in
listen to me
question
like, okay, this thing happens every day. Why is this
is
an
a
issue?
popular video
It's because
vixen.
this particular person that
The
was
lady
in
in question
Nigerian artist Latan Ibile's song
is a
That's
popular
the,
video vixen.
Bolanle
the
song.
Bolanle song
She
that
was
was
actually
in
the Bolanle
Nigerian
video.
artist Latan
Which
Ibile's
I
song.
don't think anybody knows that the
That's the
original itself.
Bolanle
Everybody
song.
Bolanle song,
Which
which
she
I
was
even
actually
before that I
Bolanle
didn't even
in
know
the
who
video.
Bolale was or
Which
there was
I
a
don't think
Bolale or
anybody knows that
anything.
the original
I'm not even
itself.
sure I've ever seen that
Everybody
video
just-
before. Which I even before that I
But
didn't even
then,
know who Bolale was.
one
or there was a
interesting
Bolale
part
or anything.
is
I'm not even
the
sure I've
fact
ever seen that
the
guy
video
comes
before.
out, shows a video of her.
But then,
he insulting
one
her.
interesting
And actually,
part
she didn't
is
see
the
anything
fact
in
that
that
the
video.
guy
comes out,
another
shows
video
a video
of
of
him
her. He
putting it
insulting
out there
her.
that she
And
tore his
actually,
top.
she didn't see
Shout
anything
out
in
to
that
her,
video.
that top was fake.
Another video of him putting it out there that she tore his
But
top. Then
But
where he
That's not
destroyed.
justification for it being turned.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh,
though the way it was going on about there,
But
where he
that's no
limited
justification for it being turned.
Yeah, I agree. Though the way it was going on about there, was one
also,
limited edition.
there was also
where he alleged that he had destroyed part of his house.
also, there was also the where
and he alleged that she had destroyed a part of his house and all that and all that.
Now,
and all that. After doing all that, and of course
And-
painting Bay black, more like if there was anything blacker than black.
Now,
that he was done. After doing all that,
and of course painting
this
this
black
relationship anymore,
more
but
like
this
if
marriage
there was anything
anymore.
blacker than black, that he was done. That
He
was
comes
not
up
interested
today
in this relationship
crying on
anymore,
his
or in this
Instagram.
marriage
Yesterday.
anymore.
Oh, it was yesterday. I thought it was the video was today.
He comes
Oh, it
up
was still
today.
yesterday. Crying on his Instagram.
People don't let him
Yesterday.
hear.
Oh, it was
People
yesterday. I
did
thought
not
it was
hear
the
his own
video
side
was
of the
today.
story.
Oh, it was still
that
yesterday.
everybody's just coming from.
Crying at. But the first thing I
People
posted
did
in
not
my
let
head
him
is that
hear.
up till
People
today,
did
I don't
not
know
hear
maybe his own
the
side
next
of the
minute.
story,
But
that
up till
everybody's
now
just
that
coming
I
from.
know,
But the
the
first thing I
lady
posted
in
in my head is
question
that
has
up till
still not
today,
said
I don't know
anything.
maybe the next minute, but up till
Yeah.
now that
Yeah.
I know, the lady
and
in question
has still
So,
not said anything.
from yesterday, all the videos
Yeah.
we've seen,
Yeah.
which are like 5-6 videos of all sorts
And
of different things, him
so,
talking or him
from
castigating out all
yesterday,
sorts of things, all the
it's
videos
just
we've
his side.
seen, which are like
So
5-6
what part of-
videos of all sorts of different things,
People are
him
not
talking
hearing
or
my
him
side of the
castigating
story.
out all sorts of
Oga,
things.
it's only
just
your
his
side of the story.
So what
Anybody
part
has
of
heard.
now
People
the
are
guy is
not
not just
hearing
doing
my side
just
of the
that.
story.
Oga,
The
it's
guy
only your side
actually
of the
went
story
ahead,
anybody has heard.
And then
Now,
on one of these
the guy is
vi-
not
live
just doing
videos,
just that. Zlatan Ibile,
the guy
who is
actually
the
went
person
ahead
where they
and
are
then
at, on
his
one of these
wife
live
worked
videos
for
Zlatan
came
Ibile, who is
to
the
his
person
video
where they are at,
to
tell
his
him that
wife
specifically there's a
worked
particular
for
one that I saw where he said
came
you need
to
therapy, bro.
his
Video to tell him that specifically
Which,
there's a particular one that I saw where
to
he
be
said,
honest, after
you
seeing
need
those
therapy,
videos,
bro. I actually don't
Which,
doubt that. Comment.
to be honest, after
It just
seeing
it
those
actually
videos,
really did look like someone that needed help. I actually don't doubt that.
Don't-
Of course, you don't know.
Don't we all?
It just you don't know whatever when ahead.
It's just that you don't want anybody to
So,
tell you.
of course, you don't know.
This
Don't
guy
we
is
all?
His claims
You
was
don't
that
know whatever
he
when
went
ahead,
It's just that
yeah,
you don't
instead
want
of
be,
him with one
don't want anybody to
So,
tell you.
basically,
friends in
this
Dubai.
guy's his claims
and
was that
always violent.
Bolanle
throughout the
lady
marriage.
cheated on him with one
He-
of
he
Zlatan's
also
friends
revealed
in Dubai
that he never really loved her
and was
and
always
always married
violent
her
throughout the
for
marriage.
clout.
He
Uh-huh.
he also
has a
revealed
family in
that
South
he
Africa.
never really
Yeah, so
loved
why is
her
he
and
making-
only married
Why is
her
he crying?
for. So why is he the one that is crying?
Uh-huh.
As he has a
Which,
family
if
in
she's
South Africa.
supposed to
Yeah,
be.
so why is he making noise?
I,
Why is he crying?
So why is he the one that is crying?
Also,
which if she's
I'm
supposed
wondering.
to be,
Lovely
and
blend.
I checked and
I'm
it was
good.
they said that they've been
also
married for just 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
I'm wondering.
Lovely
And
blend.
I checked and
I'm
it was
good.
they
has
said
given
that
birth
they've
for
been
In 6
married
months.
for just 6 months.
6 months,
So,
yeah.
You see where I was saying yesterday that this sounded like a Lagos marriage.
In 6 months. And okay,
So,
fine.
You see where I was saying yesterday that
the
this
thing
sounded
is-
like a Lagos marriage. So at the end of the day, what's the
And-
basis of
okay,
the
you can't-
marriage in the
Yeah,
first
initially
place?
you were like there was no marriage. The
Is
thing
there?
is, there
So at the
is.
end of the day, what's the basis of
There
the
is.
marriage
Okay.
in the first
Initially
place?
you were like there was no marriage.
The thing
there?
is, it was obvious
There,
that
there
I
is.
said that.
There was
is.
something about this
Okay.
guy. He
There
wanted
is a
some
marriage.
form of sympathy
The thing
or
is, it was
cloud
obvious,
or
like,
clout
yeah,
or
I
whatever.
said that.
And this is it. There was something about this
When
guy.
you post
he wanted some
something
form
on
of
social media,
sympathy
the
or
same way we
cloud
are
or
streaming
clout
live
or
now.
whatever. And this is it. Not when you post
Every time
something
people
on social
agree
media.
with what you're saying,
The same
or
way we
doing.
are streaming live now.
You know the funny
It's not
thing.
every
You know why
time.
one thing that you said
Every
now
time when
that
people
always
agree
resonates
with what
me
you're
is
saying
when
or
a
doing.
lot of people say that.
You know the
like,
funny
It's not
thing.
every
you know
time.
why
I
one
can
thing
do
that
whatever I
you
like.
said now
I
that
think
always
that the minute
resonates
you make
with me is
anything,
when let's not even
a
say
lot of people
social
say
media.
that
Except
the
your
media,
page is private.
I can do
The
whatever I
minute
like.
you
I
make
think
anything,
that the
Only
minute
your
you
friends
make
can see it.
even those friends,
Let's not even say
you
social
can't
media.
determine.
No, your
the
friends, your
minute-
friends might decide
private.
not to say
The
anything.
minute
even-
you make
okay,
anything,
only your
or
friends
you
can
even
see
have
it.
even those friends, you can't determine.
No, your friends might decide not to say
and
anything.
or
tell
even
you, don't
okay,
let's
the
take it
minute
to
or you
social
even have
media.
some
I
tell
think
you something you want to say.
I cannot determine how you would
And I
react.
tell you, don't even let's
It
take
is-
it to social media.
it
I
is,
tell you something.
It is in
I
that person's
cannot
purview.
determine how
It's
you
that
would
person
react to
holds
it.
a right.
It is to react
It is,
in any way
it is in
they
that
choose
person's
to react.
purview.
That's it.
And
If
if
that
you
person
think
holds
about
it
it
like
like
that,
you
react
makes
in
it worse
any
where
way
you put
they
stuff
choose
on
to
social
react.
media where
That's
there
it.
are thousands
And if you
and one
think
people,
about it like
thousands
that,
of people that see
you
this thing,
now
you
makes
cannot
it worse
determine,
where
you can't
put
say
stuff
on social media,
you can't
where
say
there are
something
thousands
and determine
one
the action.
people.
Like they tell you
Thousands of
that
people that
in
see
physics
this
tell
thing,
you
there's,
cannot determine, you can't
an equal
say
and opposite reaction.
you can't say something
Even though
and
there's
determine
an
the
equal
action.
and
Like they
opposite
tell you that
reaction.
even in
Tell
physics
you
you also
there's,
cannot totally
an
determine
equal and opposite reaction.
even though there's
The
an equal
correct
and opposite reaction. Even in physics, you
reaction
also
to a
cannot
particular
totally
action.
determine. You can't. So
The
now this
correct
guy comes out, you say all the things
reaction
that you say.
to a particular
Now
action.
you are also
you
now
can't.
crying. So now this guy
That,
comes out, you say all the
people
things
have
that
not
you
heard
say.
your side of
The
it.
guy
Now
was
you are
actually in
also
tears,
now
like
crying.
not.
That
This one
It was
is,
serious tears. He was
people have
wailing.
not heard your side of
The guy was
story.
actually in tears,
And
like
I think
crying. Not
wailing.
he had it figured out.
This
in
one
his
is
mind.
Yeah,
Serious
he's
tears.
not
He was
that,
wailing.
yeah,
as soon as he,
And I
he
think
tries to
he
portray
had
it figured out.
wife
In his
yeah.
mind.
Yeah, he
As
thought
a
that.
violent
Yeah,
person.
that's
As soon as
and a
he
cheater,
tries to portray
Hmm?
his estranged wife,
people will
yeah,
jump
yeah.
on
as a
the
violent
bandwagon
and
and
support him.
I get
And
you.
it
says
says
this
this
person
who says
Hmm?
he has a family in South
People will
In
jump.
Africa.
South
Who's the
Africa,
cheater?
like
The
who's the
bandwagon
cheater?
and
Like
support
I
him.
don't get it.
Says
Since the
this
person
person
that
who
you
says
married
he
a
has a
lady
family
because
in
of a
South
clout.
Africa.
In
Who's
South
the
Africa,
cheater?
like
I'm not
who's the
understanding.
cheater? Like I don't get
Where
it.
is your-
Since the person that
where's your
you
moral
married a
compass
lady
in
because
all
of
in
a
his,
clout.
in his circle
I'm not
of
understanding.
friends and in
Where
his circle of
nobody's telling
influence,
him the truth.
Where's your
Nobody's
moral
telling him the
compass
truth.
a
in all
woman
this?
in his
pictured in a video
circle
is the
of
offense
friends and in his circle of
Nobody's
he has
telling
ever
him
come
the
across
truth.
in his life.
Nobody's telling him the
A
truth.
And the fact that
woman
she made the video
of giving
is
you
the
attention
biggest
is enough
celebrity
for
he
you.
has ever come across in his life.
I will
You know,
miss, yeah.
And the fact
It's
that
enough for you
she made the mistake of
to
giving you attention
marry her
is enough
and say
for
you're
you.
using her for clout. You know,
So
it's enough for you
at the end of the day,
to marry
lose.
her and say
And
you're
then you
using
have
her
a
for
problem
clout.
that made your
Issues public.
at the end of the
It's
day,
not
everything that
you
lose.
there's a Yoruba saying,
And then
You're
you have
the
a
one
problem
that made your
salon issues
Mhm,
public.
mhm.
And I'm going to interpret
it's
it
not
in English.
everything that
It's
uh,
not. There's a
every
Yoruba
piece of
saying,
clothing
that you bring salon
Like
out
you
to
spread out
air.
in
And I'm
public,
going to
yeah.
interpret
there's
it
some
in
that you're
English.
going to
That it's not
In your
every
bathroom.
piece
in
of
your
clothing
bathroom,
that you bring,
especially your
Like you
out
town
spread out in
underwear.
public, yeah.
You know, there's some that you're going to
Keep in your bathroom.
in your
you know,
bathroom. So
especially your torn underwear. You did this to yourself, Mr. Lincoln.
You know,
That's his name.
so
or whatever. I know that it doesn't even have a real
you
name,
did this to
you
yourself,
know.
and this is
Mr.
how far people will
Lincoln,
go for
that's
clout.
his
And
name
you
or
know
whatever.
that
I know
as
that
much
it doesn't
as
even have a
you
real
think
name.
that there's a lot of things
You know,
that
And
it's women
this
that
is
do
how
this
far
kind of
people will go for
And
clout.
you know that
Shout out to
as
women,
much
but
as
it's
you
the
think
truth
that
is
there's
the
a
truth.
lot of things that
Most of
it's
the
women
time
that
when
do
we
these kind of
see
things.
a lot of people coming out to
Shout
most
out
of
to
the
women,
time,
but
it's always
it's
women that
the
always
truth
have
is the truth.
something to say.
Most of
And
the
up
time
till
when
now,
we see a lot of people coming out,
this lady
most of the
has
time
still
it's
not
always
said
women that
anything.
always have something to say. Like
And
I
up
think
till now,
that's some major
this lady
restraint.
has still not
You,
said
you said you
anything.
married someone and
Major
she already has a
restraint.
child
I
for
think
you.
That's
And
that's
that
some major
Child,
restraint.
You said you married
arrival
someone
is
and
not
she
major
already has a
restraint.
child for you.
To give
And
you small
that
sense.
Child,
So you're out there, arrival is not
using
enough.
your baby mama for
to
clout. Sorry,
give you
why?
small sense. So
I'm-
you're
I'm-
out
I'm-
there,
You know,
I'm-
and
using
again,
I'm shocked.
your baby
Did
mama
you
for
even
clout. Sorry,
divorce
why?
the wife in
I'm-
South
I'm-
Africa
you
that
know,
you claim you are?
And again,
I'm shocked.
You know, because did you even
maybe there's a lot
divorce
broken
the
broken
wife in
home
South
life
Africa?
because
The thing is,
You know,
if
in some
they're
places,
both
maybe
not,
there's a lot
if
of
it's not in the
broken
same
broken
country,
home.
the
It
thing is,
depends,
if
in
some
they're
places
both
you go
not,
clear you
if
now,
it's
no
not in the
worry.
same country,
Mm.
so I think
But you
it's
see,
fine.
the thing
depends,
is, this is what social media
will clear you
is
now,
doing to
no worry.
people. That you go as
But
far
you
as
see, the thing
marrying
is,
someone.
this is what
just
social
for
media
Just for
allows
clout.
people.
And the truth is, it
That
happens.
you go as far as
It
marrying
actually
someone.
does
just
happen.
for
Just for
clout.
clout. And
Then
the truth,
it doesn't
happens.
go your way and
It
you're
actually
here, you're
does
crying
happen.
wolf.
Okay, I
Then
beg,
it doesn't
delete
go your
account
way
and
and you're
get
here,
life.
you're crying wolf.
Okay, I beg, delete
See,
your
it's
account
people
and
like
get a
you
life.
comments that he did not think was going to. See, it's people like you comments that he did not think was going to. He's heartbroken.
Therapy, like Zlatan said.
He's heartbroken.
Therapy, like
Zlatan is
Zlatan
such a
said. Smart guy.
He's
just
heartbroken.
hit the nail on the
Zlatan
head.
is
Therapy.
such a
smart guy.
Therapy.
Just
Shout out to
you
our
need
friends at
therapy.
Sopine.
You definitely need therapy.
Maybe maybe
shout out to our friends
at
at Sopine.
Wow.
Maybe
Wow.
you guys should look into that guy's page. And
Wow.
Just had to be that fast.
Wow.
Really,
anyway,
just had
before
to
you
be that
proceed,
fast. Yeah, please go ahead.
I saw a video.
Anyway.
Anyways, before you proceed,
Shout out to the
Please
guys
go
at
ahead.
Nigeria Info. Shout out to the guys at Nigeria Info.
There's a video.
Okay.
There's
Should
a
be
video
viral by now.
There's two
Should be
ladies
viral by now. They're like
I didn't watch
agony
that
arms and
video,
stuff.
but
They're
I
like
think
very
I did
long
watch that
arms
video,
and
yeah,
stuff.
I think that was why.
Very long video.
Yeah, I think that was why. It
And
really made me.
I said to myself, wow, this is interesting. I said to myself, wow, this is
So-
interesting. So, you know how radio allows you to be anonymous. You know
Yeah.
how radio
And there was
allows you
this
to be
woman on
anonymous.
radio.
Yeah,
And there was this woman on
To
radio
something she did.
confessing to something she did.
she did.
And I've been in that position before when
And
people confess
been in
on
that
radio
position
and
before
Please,
when
what
people
were
at
exactly
times
she
confess on
confessed?
radio and
Please, what were
at
exactly
times,
she
you know,
confessed?
and this one
You
takes
know?
the cake. Like,
And this
there's
one
nobody
takes the cake
like
that has done this.
there's nobody
that
that
has
come
done
and
this
say
that
come
I've
and
heard
say.
before.
Okay.
So she's
That I've heard
married. Her
before.
husband is in
Okay.
so
40s,
she's married. Her
she's in
husband
her
is in
30s.
his
40s.
They have
She's
two
in her
boys
30s.
who are schooling. They have two
Canada.
boys who are
Uh-huh.
schooling. Which means that
Canada.
at some point she
Okay.
which
mentioned
means that she met
at some point she mentioned
that she
maybe
met
they
him
got
when she was
married when she was
17.
18 or 19 or
Maybe
I
they
don't
got
know.
married when
And
she
so
was
for them
18
to
or
have
19 or I don't
grown
know.
children
And
who
so
are
for them to
in
have
Canada.
grown children
They
who
must
are
have been
schooling
together
in
for
Canada.
over 20 years.
Yeah.
They must have been together for over 20 years.
Yeah.
So
A few years ago,
So,
about 2 or 3 years ago,
a few
maybe
years
4
ago, about 2 or 3
years ago,
our
barely
husband had
4
a
years
partial
ago,
stroke.
Our husband had a partial stroke, and because
He had a partial
and
stroke.
because
You know,
he had a
things
partial
changed,
stroke,
a lot of things were happening.
now
Now
she said
things changed. A lot of things were happening. The
Now
guy
she says
takes good care of her. The guy takes good
know,
care
they
of
own,
her.
like
You know, they own
like
they own like
she owns like
they own
3
like,
cars. She owns like
gives
3
her money when
cars.
she needs it. Everything is
Gives
just
her money when she
A-okay.
needs it.
Everything is just
But this is the
A-okay.
gist.
But this is the
When he
gist.
had a partial stroke,
When he had a
she
partial
had
stroke,
to
access his devices for
she
one
had
reason or
to
the other.
access
his devices for one reason or
And
the other.
all along, and apparently
All
she
along, probably checks the guy's phones a
apparently
lot.
she
Probably checks the guy's phones
he
a
had
lot.
moved all his
Interactions.
he had
to his
moved
email.
all his interactions to
So a
his
mail
email.
dropped,
Okay.
and she
So
saw
a
the
mail
mail
dropped.
was from, and she
Bola
saw the mail
clients.
was from Bola
And
clients.
She
Got and had to go through it.
Right.
Got I had to go
she
through
discovered
it.
that the Bola client was her
And
husband's boy.
she discovered that the Bola client was
Then
her
she
husband's boy.
prodded
girlfriend.
further and found
Then
that
she
he had 4
prodded further
girlfriends.
and found that they had
Oh.
4 girlfriends. Yeah,
Oh, 4.
yeah,
Okay, I'm listening. 4.
yeah.
This is.
And
And I'm listening.
she went and printed out
She
all
went
the
mails.
and
She
printed
bought
out
all the mails.
folder
She
for
bought
each
folder
client of her
for
husband
each meaning girlfriend
client
of her husband
and printed
meaning
out
girlfriend.
transactions. Then she went and printed
Through
out
his bank
Then
transactions.
she went
Printed
through
out
his
bank
monies that he
transactions.
sent for
Sent
house
to
rent,
them.
monies that he sent for
Sent
house
to
rent,
them.
200k, 40k,
100K,
everything. She printed
200K,
for each
40K.
person. Everything.
Created
She
a
printed
folder
for
and
each
a
person.
file.
She
For
created
each
a folder
folder
and a file for
Mhm.
each one of them. Then
Then
confronted her
husband in the state
she
that he was.
confronted her husband in the
You know,
state that he
said
was.
as a,
She said it's
you
fine
know,
now that he
said
moves
as a-
around now. And
she said it's fine
but
now
that
that he
time
moves around
he had to
now
be in a
and
wheelchair,
everything.
and
But that
everything.
time
It was
he
difficult.
had to be in a
And
wheelchair.
he was using a
and everything. It was
diaper.
difficult. And
For
he
that
was using a
period.
diaper for that
Yeah.
period.
Then she now
Gave
gave chef
or cook,
chef or
housekeeper,
cook
2 weeks off.
housekeeper,
2 weeks off.
and they were worried. They were scared. They're like, oh, and they were
Is she
worried. They
gonna
were
sack
scared.
us?
They're like, oh,
Is
like,
she
I'm
gonna
not
sack
sacking
us?
you guys? Just
Yeah.
go.
I was like, I'm not sacking you guys. Just
Then
go.
she now started.
Then
She now started mails are all sending
replying
mails to mails are all
her
sending
husband's
mails to
girlfriends, one after
her
the other.
husband's
Girlfriends,
started
one
with the
after the
Bola
other.
client sent
She started with the
that one
Bola
in
mail
client
to
sent.
say that one in
Look,
mail to say
the wife
look,
is not around. Blah blah blah
the
blah
wife
blah.
is not around. Blah blah blah
Come
blah
over.
blah.
You can come over.
And she's
And
like,
come,
"Ah,
what
over."
about you? He said no, she's traveled
She's like,
and
"Ah,
everything.
what about you?"
He said no, she's
No,
traveled and
that
everything.
in fact, there was one she told that in fact
she had
there
traveled.
was one she
She
told
was
that
replying as her
she had
husband.
traveled, and that
She
was
was replying
telling
as her husband.
him.
That was telling.
That's telling
him.
her who thought she was telling.
That's telling her
Yeah.
the husband. She was telling
what to buy,
Yeah.
the
how to
husband,
buy her,
what to
perfume
buy,
or whatever,
how to buy her
a long
perfume
list
or
of stuff.
whatever.
So
Don't worry, just
a
come.
long list of stuff.
So don't worry, just come.
Let me
But
guess,
so-
they all came on the same day.
Oh,
Let me
but
guess, they
not
all
the same
came
day.
on the same day.
Oh,
She brought
not
that
the
person
person in.
She brought that person
in.
As soon as the person came in, and as soon as the person came, she said as at that time,
They were still staying upstairs. They
But
were
now
still
that they have
staying
to sit
upstairs
downstairs
because of our.
but now that they have to
sit
sit
downstairs
from
because of our.
upstairs she could
Remote control.
Upstairs she could
The door and
remote
lock
control,
it. And she locked the door,
permanently.
and lock it. And she locked
Third
the door.
person
Come up, person
permanently.
came up.
and saw
Third
her
person
and
to come up.
froze.
Person came up. Said, look,
Saw
I'm
her
not
and
going to hurt
froze.
you. I don't have any business
Said, look,
with
I'm
you.
not
Going to hurt you. I don't
This
have
is
any
what
business
you've done
with
with
you.
my husband. Showed her
This
proof.
is what
The
you've
person
done
broke
with my
down
husband
and
and
showed
was
her
scared. I
proof.
said,
The
yeah.
person broke
Now
down.
look at the
and was
person
scared.
that you
I
are
said, yeah.
dating.
Now look at the person
Yeah,
that
you are dating. diapers on. She said before that time she had installed
diapers
on. She said before that time she had installed cameras.
in the house, CCTV and everything in the house. Now that's the man. And everything. Go and change his diaper. Now that's the man. You love him, right? He pays money. You love him, right? Yeah, change his diaper. Does everything. Yeah, change his diaper. So she took the person's phone. She took the person because she was in the position of strength now.
Yeah.
Because she was in the position of strength now.
Yeah.
And he couldn't talk. It was just and he couldn't talk. I'm sure he was going through a lot of pain. And that's how she made and every one of them go through the same thing. She said there was a particular one that when she had the change, she made them cook. That they would cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Then she now gave them money and told them to leave. That she be this is the man that you want to date. Oh yeah, now look at the condition he's in. Oh yeah, start dating. That the husband was just looking. He said there was a particular one that came that was covering her nose and couldn't change the diaper and all of that. She's like, wait, that's what she has to go through as the wife. She's like, well, since we're both marrying him, you should do it.
You should do it too.
It's your turn. And that's what she did to 4 of them. He said the husband got better, apologized, begged her, probably bought her a new car, did all sorts of things. That she's still with her husband though. That her husband is Yoruba, she's Igbo. She said she's a girl or something. That nobody messes with her and blah blah blah. But that the husband came back to her that all those women had blocked him on WhatsApp and
what do you
all
think?
Of this and all of that and all of that. And I said to myself,
oh my god,
someone should make a movie out of this.
You know that it might not happen every day, and maybe if he didn't fall ill, she wouldn't have seen it. But also, why is it that I know that these things are not gender based, but why can't we just stay the way we are? Like I get it. It's just at times, okay, you want to cheat. Why not do it one at a time? 4, how far?
Yeah.
Like that just takes the cake. How now?
That man is the Don Dada.
No, I think that's just, I think it's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. So moving on from all these our gist and talking about a lot of things that has been happening. We know that Sunday Igbo has been arrested for a few days. Yesterday there was news that he was released and he was on his way to Germany.
Some people actually made a video.
So there was a video about it. Apparently Uncle is still cooling off in Benin Republic.
Apparently it was fake news.
Yeah, it was actually some fake news. And right now there's a lot of people that have been saying so many things. First thing, there is the talks about his lawyer talking about how he spoke to him and he was crying and how they're not treating him well at the cell where he is and all that. And I'm like, really?
Which
Sunday
of the
Igboho
lawyers?
is crying.
Because there are all sorts of lawyers claiming to be
In my mind, I'm like, Sunday Igboho is crying.
A whole OSHA.
He is crying. He's not a human being, no. Easy. Someone has guts to insult the old Oni.
Yes, now. He's insulted other big kings of the Yoruba land too. You know, you see, it is bringing out a lot of discourse. People are saying all sorts of things about this. I'm not mocking him, but I'm saying we're happy that he got involved with the fight to protect Igongon and environs, right? Mm-hmm. And you notice that there's a particular picture of him in an orange t-shirt. Mm-hmm. And it looked like he was wearing a bulletproof vest. Yeah. But people were saying no, that it's actually a vest full with amulets and
literally jazz.
Yeah. And what do we call jazz? Not jazz the music, or that it's jazz as in
that's my question.
Juju.
Okay, so how
Juju as in African
voodoo.
Yeah.
So now my issue is, how is someone like that is claimed to be what's an Osha, a deity,
Yeah.
that they claim that he's supposed to be a deity, about how, and this is someone that it's something. When you hear Sunday Igboho, they claim that it's someone that conjures weapons from thin air and all that and all that. And my question is, how is he being caught? Why didn't he disappear?
I'm not sure I'm gonna
I'm just asking.
Yeah, because
they are put so much okay.
Remember,
let's be honest.
Remember that.
Just juxtapose it with Nnamdi Kanu. There's really, yes, everybody knew that Nnamdi Kanu was the head of IPOB. Maybe he is still.
He's the head.
Do you understand? But there wasn't this larger than life persona about him.
There is.
What I mean by larger than life is there's no these jazz that he can do and undo, he can disappear and appear, he can this and that.
Who were using jazz the security
do you understand? There wasn't, but there's always this talk about Sunday Igboho and how, see, for people that do not know, there are few, as much as our constitution has really watered down a lot of our tradition. As a Yoruba person, the Oni of Ife, which I heard some gist about the Oni of Ife, but where I go I will gist you. It just occurs to me that the Oni of Ife is probably one of the most powerful people. He's I don't know who's most senior between him and the Alaafin of Oyo.
I think it's the Oni, in my opinion.
Do you understand? When you count first class kings in Nigeria, he's probably one of like the top 10. Not probably, he is actually. And you think that people like that are very powerful and a lot of things come. This is someone that literally insulted the Oni. Any Yoruba, right-thinking Yoruba person will not insult an Oni. This is someone that another first-class king, as last I checked, was an Awujale. People that you can say they are larger than life itself when you actually when you mention their names. Do you understand? And this same Sunday Igboho, so it is almost assumed that for you to say some kind of things against these people, you must have something.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is now this person that, number one, people came to your house. I don't know that there is jazz, but I also know, maybe because it's a lot of African magic movies that we have watched. But you would expect, we see all these things now where police comes to, or maybe thieves come to people's houses, and then maybe the police will now come in the morning and they will meet them sweeping the person's house or something. You would expect that maybe if DSS came to his house, that's what maybe the media people will meet DSS people sweeping his house or washing his gutter or sitting down and eating in his house or something. Of course, that did not happen. 2 people died.
Yeah.
12 people got arrested, which are still in custody up till today as we speak.
Yeah.
Somehow he escaped. We don't know if he disappeared or whatever. Isha escaped. Which you would expect that someone like him, and then he went into hiding. If you are all that, I don't think that you should go into hiding. Let's even say you went into hiding. And successfully, illegal or illegal, you got into Benin Republic. We know that going to Cotonou is a thing once you get to Lagos. If you know your way around.
You don't even need to get to Lagos.
If you know your way around.
You can go through Oyo State, you can go through Ogun State.
If you know your way around, you just, you really don't need like passport, like do it legally and all, which not saying that it's good, but it is what it is. Then, somehow, you get to the airport. If there's so much jazz, people used to, I don't know, but they say people used to travel, disappear in one country. Shouldn't you just appear in Germany?
No, there's water involved. When there's water involved,
it used to neutralize.
Jazz does not travel like that.
Wow, it doesn't.
Yeah. So you have to be on land.
He has to be on a plane.
Then he has to fly.
He has to fly.
Yes.
Shouldn't you just fly and just meet yourself in Germany?
No. There's what? Yes, crossing water. When you are crossing water.
When you are crossing, you used to wipe away the jazz. So, and then you do all that, and then someone now comes up today, which was the part that was laughable, when one of his lawyers, I saw that story about how when he spoke to him, he was crying on the phone, and it was the way they are treating him is not good, and I'm like, I've lost. Exactly what he said. He said that this person, his lead counsel, Chief Yomi Ali USAN, has stated yesterday that his client was chained inside the cell. How now? A whole Sunday Igbo was tortured on the hand and forced to cry like a baby. He said that the lawyer confirmed that Sunday Igbo wept when he spoke on the phone. Honestly, not like I'm mocking him, but for his followers, yeah, I think that information should have been kept, at least to keep his reputation.
You know, speaking about Sunday Igbo's followers, there's stories of a protest, peaceful protest in Ibadan.
Yeah.
And now, according to the Daily Post, Olayomi Koiki, who everybody knows as an aide to Sunday Igboho, had called for a protest. Now, they are quoting him, and he said, "Please, we beg all agitators to converge at Chief Sunday Igboho's house for a peaceful demonstration to show the world the kind of person he is, as one of the conditions given for his release. Please let us be at his house in Soka, Ibadan, before 12 o'clock today. Thanks, and God bless Yoruba Nation now." I like peaceful demonstrations and peaceful protests, but nobody, no law requires you to do that to prove that someone who has been arrested is this kind of person by your protest.
How you need to, it's one of the conditions for him to be released. Can we just get our heads out of the clouds? And I think that's the problem. I think that a lot of people like this play on people's ignorance.
But there are a lot of ignorant people out there.
That's it. They know that people are very ignorant, so they seem to play on people's ignorance. Because I do not think in the world that this particular person, let's even say he's a media person, nowhere in the world, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a diplomatic anything, but I know for a fact that you cannot just come up today and say that because you want conditions to release is for there to be a protest. What does that? That is balderdash. That's gibberish.
Nelson Mandela was in jail for over 30 years or so.
I think 27 years.
Yeah, 27 actually. Thank you. Precisely 27 years. Do you know how many protests and demonstrations
and songs and concerts?
So
I'm lost.
Why are you telling people lies like this? Mandela was a prisoner of conscience. He was arrested for fighting for his people and seeking, the emancipation of the black race in South Africa. If you liken anybody to Mandela, it's a plus. It is a promotion. But of course, we all know what happened and how that panned out. So where do you get off telling people that Sunday Igboho is going to be released if you protest?
That's what I'm saying, that the people just
what
play
you should
on
have said
ignorance.
Is all real agitators for Yoruba Nation now and all lovers and supporters of Sunday Igboho should converge and protest. You don't need to lie to people.
You don't need to lie to people because that's a lie.
And I think one of the biggest problems that Sunday Igboho had or has is the people surrounding him.
Yeah.
I think Sunday Igboho has good intentions.
Yeah.
In the area of security. And
yeah.
really fighting for the Yoruba people. I do not personally, and I'm entitled to my opinion. I know people don't like it, but it's my opinion. I do not like the idea of a Yoruba nation now. I believe, however, that Nigeria needs to be restructured along the lines of a regional government or a decentralized government, a weakened center and stronger confederations. But that's my opinion. It's my hope and prayer that way governance can trickle down more to the people. But I am not against anybody that feels otherwise.
Different.
It's their opinion, and I will do everything I do within the confines of the law. I hope you're doing yours within the confines of the law. However, let us stop lying and misinforming people.
That's the thing.
And that's the problem that Sunday Igboho had. Sunday Igboho is surrounded by all sorts of people who have shielded him from the truth. And who have lied on his behalf without him asking them to.
Because the part of me is like, I don't get it. And this is we might not like it, but this is reasons why things won't work. For example, I saw a poster. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you're the one that sent it to me. That there's actually going to be. Oh no, I don't think so. There's going to be another Buhari must go protest August 5th or something. And this is part of the things that I say that we should stop lying to ourselves. Buhari must go. Yes, you know the truth. Buhari will go. But except he dies, or there is a coup,
or he's impeached, he's not going anywhere by your protest.
And this is the reason. That's what I'm saying. The people that are putting together this protest, I don't know whether it's me, but I know. I won't say for a fact, but I think they know the truth.
Are you sure?
But they just yes, I think that they are actually educated people. They know the truth, and they will prey on people's ignorance. Protesting from now till tomorrow would only get more people arrested. Let's be truthful. Not even at the stage where Nigeria is right now. Protesting is not going to do you. It's going to do little or no good. Can't we find solutions to re-strategize on a lot of things? But no, we keep going on and on, dancing round in circles, and some certain kind of people come about lying to people that you know for a fact that, yes, I think that some people are genuinely ignorant, and is what a lot of people will tell them that it will take. But that's where you're supposed to be the leader, or that's where you're supposed to tell people the truth. But what do we have?
Now, we're not lawyers like we like to say, but a little bit of knowledge here and there helps. Until the Benin Noir government comes out to say this is what they're holding him for, or until Interpol, because we've heard that Interpol is involved.
Yeah, the story is actually that it's been arrested by Interpol.
So until there's an official statement, it is advisable that you don't do anything to jeopardize Sunday Igboho's condition. And funny enough, it might be at the BS of the Nigerian government. It might be totally, different, without their know-how or say so. We will find out. Time always reveals things. But when you come out with statement like the Koiki guy has done, claiming that the protest is a prerequisite to his release, I've never heard that before. If a Mandela could be held for 27 years,
oh God,
with several protests,
oh God, I think that we should just get.
And there are several other people like that who are prisoners of conscience.
Yes, too many people. And you know what? Let's just move off from it. There's also stories.
Before you move too far,
yeah,
I saw a video that had my blood boiling.
Oh, okay, please go ahead.
It was posted by my good friend Jide Olaniran on Facebook.
Okay.
Apparently this video is everywhere now. It's made the news. And I have so many questions. We all know that the Nigerian national team, the most decorated national team when it comes to
the history of Nigerian football is the Super Falcons, the women's national team, senior national team. They're in Europe, they're training, and they were on a train in Austria.
Yeah.
And some guy, English-speaking Nigerian guy who claims to, English and Hausa-speaking Nigerian guy who claims to have been in Austria for 20 years, claims to be a former footballer with Julius Berger, assaulted these ladies. A verbal assault that could have degenerated to fisticuffs. Nothing that the guy did not say. Unprintable words on air, calling out the government and everything. It's allowed. I always say do it within the confines of law, but it's allowed. You can call out the government, you can do whatever. Nothing that this guy did not say to these women. At some point, some of the players actually started responding to him. One thing that I will never condone is violence against women.
I think violence generally.
Violence in one side, but against women, I would never condone it. How are you saying that you're fighting a curse and you're cursing innocent Nigerians? It was.
Everybody's fighting for something. They believe in Nigeria enough to be able to play for Nigeria.
You don't.
And I think that's also
why
the
do you have
problem.
to force your own
I don't
beliefs
know
down
if
their throats?
it's a thing with other people, but I noticed it a lot with Nigerians. That's why somebody puts an opinion on social media and they were quick to cancel the person. Why do you have to? Once the person does not agree with you, the person is your enemy. And I don't understand that mentality. I don't.
Dolu, you think it's just about that, canceling people and all that? One other thing that is a trend. Sunday Igboho. It is reported now, and we didn't know this, has a German residency.
Yeah.
They say it's valid for 10 years. His wife is a German citizen. Sunday Igboho of Igboho. Shore's wife is an American citizen with his children, and she's based in America. Nnamdi Kanu's wife is based abroad. It's looking to me like Nigeria's problem is based abroad.
They are the ones that have a problem.
They are the ones that, because they are abroad,
they're insulated.
They
from
know better than those of us who are here.
Right here.
So they pity us, and they want to fight for us. But they stay back there and give people money. Once anybody comes out and says he's doing something, they're pumping money at the person. Go fund me. Fund me not. Fund them in. Fund them out. They're Nigerians in diaspora. We're the ones on ground. Because you all think you have an opinion about everything.
Have a lot of opinion about everything.
And you know better than those of us who live here. And I know people don't like what I'm saying, but I really don't care. It's my opinion.
My own is that everybody should have a choice. Ladies that decided to be patriotic to their home country. Nobody is faulting you for you not wanting to be Nigerian anymore. It's your choice.
Simple.
It's your choice. And that's the truth. The same Nigeria that a lot of people are running away from is the same one. I saw a story of how a woman was really giving a Thanksgiving about how she finally got a Nigerian visa. To each his own. Why is it that we have a problem with people's choices?
You should have seen what Nigerians wrote to the person that was celebrating getting a Nigerian visa. You should have seen the way we sold ourselves short, and we always paint our country bad. Look, things are not okay with Nigeria, but things are not okay with any other country.
No, things are not okay with everybody too.
There's no country that in the world can actually say they're 100%.
Yeah, everybody has issues. Everybody has their own issues.
But you think that you need to talk down your own country just to prove that you have experienced? We have too. We just decided to live in Nigeria. We've all been abroad too, sir and ma. You know, don't come and be like just be calming down.
We just need to.
So look at that guy. He was telling people that he's lived in Austria for 20 years, so he knows what he's saying. That he lives in a country where things work, and I left Nigeria because of corruption and blah blah. But okay,
we know you have money for tickets.
Okay, face your new country now.
Face it. Like, okay, we are not a Nigerian anymore. We are
but if you are Nigerian, then come home.
We're happy for you. You are not Nigerian.
Okay, stay. Guys in diaspora, not all of you, but a lot of you are causing more problems than you are causing any solution.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree.
And you're constantly throwing money at people.
It's
who are making life difficult for everybody. All in the name of agenda.
I saw that story and how the.
But the Nigerian government should follow up the guy.
The president said that they're going to fish the guy out. I think that he needs to be prosecuted as assault.
Yeah.
It's assault.
I'm talking about that. Why did the NFF allow our heroes to travel in a public coach?
In a public coach, yeah. That's also an indictment on them.
Shouldn't they have at least booked one of the coaches on that train and made it exclusive?
Made it exclusive to them.
Oh, what's this? I'll take them to VIP or something because that coach didn't look VIP to me. It's not fair.
It's not.
What's right is right.
And let's be honest,
the NFF messed up
when you were talking about it earlier and you're like that, can it be the Super Eagles?
Would you do that? Even the guy that was talking all that jazz. You go look Super Eagles players now, they go talk nonsense.
You won't even see them. That's the truth.
That's the truth.
You won't actually see them.
You won't even see them.
You won't even see them to even talk to them.
And
that's the thing. So this is also another thing where we need to look at how
one of the players was asking him, "What have you done? All you're doing is complaining. What have you done?" He said he's doing it now. He said, "No, you're not.
You're not doing anything."
So a man, they go harass women.
That video alone is enough for him to be in jail.
Yeah.
In fact, please, Austria, by the time he's in jail, please, we don't want him. Don't deport him back here.
We don't know him.
We don't know him. He's not Nigerian. He's gladly isn't Nigerian. And coming back home, yeah. Oh wow. The Emir of Taraba, Emir of Muri Empire, Abbas Tafida, had yesterday accused herders of kidnapping residents for ransom, despite the hospitality shown to them by the state. He charged the leadership of the Fulani herdsmen to fish out the bad eggs, and that he is given an ultimatum that every Fulani herdsman in this state, according to him, let me read the whole statement. Our Fulani herdsmen in the forest, you came into the state and we accepted you. Why then would you be coming into towns and villages to kidnap residents, even up to the extent of raping our women?
Wow.
Because of this unending menace, every Fulani herdsman in this state have been given a 30-day ultimatum to vacate the forest. Wow. We're tired of having sleepless nights, and the hunger alone in the land is enormous, and we will not allow it to continue. So now, the Emir of Taraba has issued an eviction notice, and asked every single 30 days.
Taraba is somewhere in the north.
Yes, it's in.
I just wanted to say it for confirmation.
Oh yeah, it's in north. Taraba is, I think, it's the middle belt. I'm not sure if it's north central or northwest.
When the governor of Ondo made a pronouncement, happy birthday to you.
Yeah, it's his birthday actually.
Aketi, Your Excellency, Mr. Barrister, Senior Advocate, Arakorin.
You are going to overdo it. Just move on.
It's Arakorin, Rotimi Akeredolu.
These are pleased to jabber.
When he made the pronouncement about the herdsmen leaving the forest reserve, there was a lot of pushback from the north, politicians and all sorts. But look at it now. What are they going to tell the Emir of Taraba, who wants to protect Muri in Taraba, who wants to protect his people? They have proof. He said women have been raped, people have been kidnapped, and all sorts of crimes have been committed. You see, it's until we stop bringing tribal and religious sentiments into problems. Don't politicize everything. I back this call, 30-day ultimatum. And it's enough grounds for them to push these guys out of their neighborhood. But where are they going to push them to? That's my fear. So, all the critical stakeholders who are concerned or who have been empowered by law to protect us should have all hands on deck now. Now you have an emir issuing an ultimatum, a quick notice to herdsmen. And we've been saying it, those herdsmen, we all know that most of them are not Nigerians, and they are people, we don't know how they got here, but they're here and they're causing a lot of problems.
And moving on from that, it looks like there's a little bit of issue with IPOB.
Right.
As it has been announced today that the person that was announced about a week ago or something as the head of the Radio Biafra has now been asked to discontinue broadcasting on Radio Biafra. Now, according to them, this particular person, Simon Ekpa, that he has refused to follow the laid down rules of operation in Radio Biafra, and he has also refused to sign the rules of engagement and code of conduct guiding the broadcasting on Radio Biafra.
Wow. They have their own rules of engagement on
as
Radio
they should.
Biafra.
Every organization should.
Radio Biafra.
Every organization should.
Okay, congratulations on your sack. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Sad though, but let's come back to Lagos. A very sad story where a man, Pastor Daniel Obasi, has been reported dead after a 2-story building under construction collapsed in the Isawo area of Ikorodu, Lagos State. The building collapsed on Tuesday around 2:30 p.m. The remains of deceased is said to be the owner of the collapsed building.
Wow. Now that's pretty sad. But how does a building that is still under construction collapse? Most times it's down to poor construction. Faulty.
Now, according to Lagos State Acting Commander on the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, it was said that the cause of the collapse was suspected to be inadequate timeline to allow sand-filled land to compact properly before the commencement of construction and poor building materials. I know that this kind of thing, I know that they normally prosecute the person, but
he's gone. But you see, it's a sad one that he's died, but if it didn't happen now, it would have happened when people
which would have been worse
moved into the house, and there would have been more.
Apparently, now they're saying that the reason why he was the only one was because of the holiday, there was a stoppage of, so he just came to inspect. So more people could have died if construction was actually going on at that particular time.
So the break was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. Sad, very
sad,
very,
actually.
Very sad. And moving on from that quickly, there's been news that the state of Zamfara has secured the release of 100 kidnapped villagers who were abducted over a month ago.
We've lost count. You've lost count.
Yeah, according to the government, the Zamfara state government said the victims were released without ransom after being held for 42 days.
Thank God for the release. Here's praying that this doesn't happen again. I hope we can actually, stop this stories from happening. Not to talk of us reporting them or discussing them. I'm happy for the people who've been released. I pray they find some sort of succor from their harrowing experience. It's not a good thing being held by these criminals for as long as 42 days, but stay safe.
And before we go, sadly there's also been floods that have been recorded in China, in central China. Now it's been saying that about 13 people have died. A lot of people, thousands of people are being evacuated. A lot of people are still missing. And it's funny because now you hear like so many floods here and there.
Global warming, and the issues surrounding the climate. Climate change is real. Let us try our best to protect Mother Earth. People were poking fun at Lagos Island for getting flooded, forgetting that Taraba got flooded days before, and is it obviously a higher ground than Lagos. There's flooding in Belgium, flooding in Germany, and other parts of the world. So there is something wrong with the world that I hope we can find a solution, even if there are engineering solutions to palliatives and all of that. What's most important is the way we treat the environment.
And finally, before we go, we know that unofficially the Olympics have started.
Yeah, women's football.
Football has already started, and the one that amuses me is there was a match where the world number one. We know that in women's football, the US is actually the biggest team in the world, but apparently they got a shocker where they got beaten by Sweden by 3 goals.
Not one, not two,
3.
So it's gonna get very interesting because the US women's national team now have to win their last 2 home games.
Yeah, because right now they're claiming because they've had a 44 game unbeaten streak. And it had to be Sweden, and it wasn't like a 1-0, it was a 3-0. Wow. Wow.
But Sweden too, they're not a bad team.
Nobody's saying they're a bad team, but you just never think that, you really just never think these things would happen, and it would be this easy. It definitely came in and they were not playing. They're not playing at all. And on that note, that is all we'll be able to take today on the Bombard. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
We're waiting for the men's and women's basketball team of Nigeria to hit the ground.
We're coming. We're coming for you people.
We're
coming for you.
Watch it.
And that's all. Thank you for listening. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time. But from us to you, it's peace.